Hey guys, I really don't know where to start, how to start talking. Um, it's kind of strange to talk to my phone because there's no one. I'm not talking to anybody. Um, I'm getting better at it because I will record myself showing off my latest wreath design. I am a wreath designer. I just started doing it like March 20th, I think it was. It's only been a few weeks that I've been making wreaths, and I would show you some of them, but they're on my wall. I will post them here on YouTube. But yeah, I figured I was talk a little bit, craft a little bit, talk a little bit, go back to crafting, craft and talk a little bit. I don't know. But my name is Sheila. I just started making the wreaths. I have a Facebook page and an Instagram page. It's Sheila's Wreath Wonderland. And there you'll see me posting my wreaths. How much they cost. I am going to be selling them. I am selling them. And I'm going to start attending some vendor, be a vendor at some crafting events. Actually, I just found out, like a few minutes ago, that St. Clair Shores, I live in Michigan, St. Clair Shores is hosting some events, and they're looking for vendors. Just saying. I might be there. I'm debating. I have a lot to do before it starts. The first date is May 9th. I gotta get crafty. And this is my latest one I'm doing right now. This is my sign that I'm going off of. I have some colors. The hardest part to me is coming up with colors that match. And I think this is pretty spot on. And then I have some flowers I'm going to add, which I didn't think. I wanted to do my red roses, because I wanted to do a sunflower and roses one. Oh, I do? Well, it's not rose, but I do have one that's red, yellow, orange. It's got the white in there, anyways. And then I have the bow that I'm going to be making. I got black, yellow, and white, orange, the sunflower, and then this white with the gold design. The white one is supposed to make it pop, make the other colors pop. So I have that, and then I got this clear white and yellow ribbon to go in between to cover up the frame. Because I realized making these, I like my wreaths being completely full. Like the one I made 2 weekends ago, because I do this on the weekend. Because during the week, I'm working, so I really can't. Because by the time I get home, it's 6:30 p.m. I'm not doing all this right after work. So yeah, I just kind of want to talk, chit chat. I have no one else to talk to besides my cats. And they're chilling in the back. Yeah, so I'm gonna start chopping. I didn't have enough of, I think, this one. I didn't have enough to make my... So, the frames I have been using are 14 inches. And to me, to make it completely full, you need 21 bows to go around to make it really, like, nice and thick. And this sign is too big for a 14-inch. So the other day I came home from work and I had a surprise gift at my door. My mom dropped off some frames and some ribbon. My mom's funny. Because when I go shop for ribbon, I have what I want in my head. So I know the colors to find. My mom, she's funny. She'll just grab random patterns, random colors. And I'm like, okay, well, thank you. But I have to think of a style, you know. And normally, for me, as an artist, I will look for frames. Like I have this one. I have this one on a wreath. I made a Mother's Day wreath. I have that. So I look for these signs, and then I go for the colors to match. That's how I do it. I don't know about anyone else, but that's how I do it. Yeah, I have a lot to do. So I already cut up my ribbon. I wanted like maybe 30 bows for 18-inch. I don't know yet. I haven't messed with 18 yet. Ha ha ha. So I cut my strips up. I don't know how many I did. I think I only did 18 to start. Because I made the strips longer than my original. So I don't know. And that is a dovetail. They call it a dovetail. So I learned this from somebody on YouTube. Thanks, YouTube. I forgot her name, or I'll shout out to her. I don't know her name. But I looked up Wreath ideas, I think. I don't know. And she was the first one that popped up. And oh, I saw her. I'll show you. So you have it like that. You fold it in half. So it's like that. And then you fold it again like that. So it's just like that. You want to cut on the side that's open. And I just estimate, I really don't know, inches, centimeters, I don't know. I just cut. And then you open it up and it's got that. Depending on the thickness of your strip of ribbon, you can do up to 3 at a time. And I collect my ribbon, my little. So I have different mason jars with, it's probably just something stupid, but I collect my cut up ribbon. I'm just a collector. And I think it'd be cool, like, to have like a big jar filled with all my cut up ribbon. I don't know. But yeah, so I am starting a business. I don't know. I honestly can't tell you what made me think of it. I just know that I'm really into arts and crafts. It's relaxing to a point. Everything you love to do has something that you don't like about it. In my opinion. And I don't know, like I paint, I draw, I I make blueprints for houses, like house plans. Because my dream career is to be an architect. I want to be an architect designer. I want to build, like, help build houses. But when I was looking into it and I was thinking about going to college and I was looking up the courses you need to do, it's a 5-year degree for starters. And that's full-time. Full-time, 5 years. And I talked to a campus counselor, what do you call them? There was a she and a he. There was 2 of them helping me. And the one big thing, big class, you have to be good at math. That's a no-no. I can't do math like that. When I was in school, like high school, and middle school and high school, I was in special ed for math. Because I can't do numbers like that. So I saw that and it really made me think that's not for me. It's something I really want, something I dream of, but it's just not for me. So I did go to college. I did go to school for a veterinary assistant. I did that. I got state certified. But I am too compassionate when it comes to animals. So having dogs that have gotten hit by a car brought into the emergency room and putting animals down, I can't handle it. And I already struggle with a lot of mental illness as it is, so I couldn't handle it. And actually, my very first day working at a vet clinic, because you needed on-site training credits in order to graduate. So I went to this one clinic down the street from me, and it's not a place I would take my pets. Okay, I'm gonna say that. I would not take my cats there. And it was just not very good. I learned nothing. Everything that I learned in school, they didn't teach me. Like, it was not good. But I did graduate. I finished the program. I graduated. I passed the state test, which was really, really hard. There was like 500 questions. It was hard. But I did it, and that just wasn't for me. So I worked at a lot of places, a lot of retail. And it sucks. I don't know how people could be at a retail job for like 10, 20 years. I know. But this current job I'm at, it's a really fun job. I never thought in my life I would work at a place like this. I work at a cannabis factory. Been there, it's gonna be going on to 3 years soon. No. I started in 2024. So next March will be my 3 years. I started off at one spot. But that side of the company went down. They shut it down. So I had to go to the cultivation center. And now I work there. It's fun. I'm like to myself in the room. Like, no one talks to each other. We kind of just have our headphones on, whatever, and we're just going town. And I listen to a lot of true crime. I'm into paranormal. I listen to Call Me Chris. I think I already saw that. I listen to Call Me Chris and Selena Spooky Boo. They're my favorites on there. I do listen to audiobooks, which Selena, if you're out there, I started listening to your Hollow book, but I ran out of listening hours for the month, so I gotta wait. But it is a very interesting book. And I got to the part where, I can't think of the girl's name right now, but the girl had just turned into a vampire. I got to that part, and she's with the cult, whoever, if you want to call it a cult, I don't know. But I got to that part, and she just started drinking blood for the first time. And she said, the one part, she said, how the blood tastes just like a steak. And I'm like, okay, so if I was a vampire, I do love steak. Bring it on. I thought that was funny. Yeah. I don't know when I get my hours back, but that is a very good book. And other books, there was another one I was listening to, but I didn't finish it. I like it because the girl's grandma, she calls her grandma Dot. That is my great-grandma's name that passed away. So listening to that really hit the spot for me. But yeah. So I am really into all that stuff. A little bit about myself. I'm into the paranormal. I'm into horror movies. I love anything spooky. Which my very first Wreath I ever made was a ghost face. Just saying. It was also a recommended one. My friend recommended it because she wants one. So I'm like, okay. So I did that. I would say my favorite horror movie. I don't really have a favorite, but I'm into the paranormal. So like the Conjuring series, I'm obsessed with. I'm totally obsessed and a little infatuated with Art the Clown. So the Terrifier movies are my favorite. And I'm super excited for them to make the 4th one. I think they said it was in the process of being made. And for Valentine's Day, I got to meet David Harthorne. I met him and Samantha Scafie. I think that's how you say her last name. I didn't meet the other girl. She plays the little demon child in the movies. She was there, but when I got to that point in line, she had last call to get her signature and to talk to her. But I didn't have a chance. And when I was in line, so how the line was, it was like zigzag in the store. And every time I got to the one spot in the aisle that's facing the people, every time I got to that point, Samantha and I would have eye contact and we would wave to each other. And we talked from afar. And she's just like, how long have you been in line for? How long have you been here? And I'm like, well, I've been here for like 3 hours. So really, I was like, yeah, I got my picture taken with David as art. And she's like, oh, that's cool. And we just like chit chat. And then we would stop because the line would move. And we'll get back up I'll get back up there because it's zigzag. And we waved at each other again. And we just kept having this eye contact. And I was just in awe that I was talking to someone famous. Like, it still blows my mind. Like, I have them on my wall. You can't see from here, but I have them on my wall. And I wish I would have got a picture taken with her. But I got her signature. And I was just like, and when I got up, so they had like last call for her because David had this huge line. So they had last call for autographs for her. And I'm just like, I looked at my mom. My mom was with me. Because the person that I was supposed to go with, we broke up. And it's just, yeah. It was my Valentine's Day gift from this person. But, we just didn't work out. So, like, a few weeks before I broke up with that person. Actually, it was the night before my birthday. We were talking, and they asked me about our relationship, and I flat out had this long paragraph, and they said, I hope the best for you, and that was it. I'm like, okay. But he paid for the photo thing with art and the autograph. But not for Sam's, so I had to pay for Sam's autograph. But it was a really cool experience. Like, if you ever had the chance to meet someone famous, whether you're a fan or not, just do it. Because it's life-changing. And, you know, David and Sam, they were very cool, chill people, just like us, that are not famous yet. I'm getting there. Just do it. Look how cool it is. I mean, it doesn't look cool from here, but to me. But yeah, so I got to meet 2 people that are famous. It was at Screamers Costumes. If you guys heard of them, know of them, they're Halloween store that's open all year round. They're having a thing for halfway to Halloween that's coming up in May. It's going to be Michael Myers. It's going to be 2 actors that play as Michael Myers. Some nurse that's in the movie is going to be there. I don't know who she is. I'm not a fan of the Halloween movies, like Michael Myers. And fun fact, I'm also not a huge fan of Ghostface, like the Scream movies. Because, like, to me, it's like, it's someone chasing after somebody in all the movies. Like, Michael Myers is after the girl, like, Jamie Lee Curtis. He's after, like, wants to kill her in all the movies. How many movies of Halloween is there? And I just saw Scream 7 with my best friend, which is a fantastic movie. I give him credit for that. Because the graphics were amazing. I was shocked. Like, I have watched the Scream movies, I have watched some of the Halloween movies. It's just not for me. I'm into slaughter, serial killers. Like, I'm into slashers. Those are my movies. Because of the trauma I've been through, I don't like watching just any movie. It has to be kill, stab them, kill them, like, through the whole movie. That's why Terrifier is my favorite movie. I don't really have a favorite. I think the second one would be my favorite out of the three. If you haven't seen the Terrifier movies, they are very graphic, very gruesome. So if you can't stomach it, don't. My mom can't. She tried and she's just like, no. The third one can be a little triggering at first, because Art walks into his house dressed as Santa. I'm not going to give too much away, but he dresses up as Santa Claus and slaughters the family. So you see him kill the kids. Well, you don't see it, but you hear it. And then he kills the mom and dad while they're sleeping. And so you see him kill all these people, right? And he's Santa. So you know Santa eats cookies and drinks the milk. So for like a funny climax, after that, you see him eat Santa's cookies, and then he washes the dish, and then puts in puts in the thing so it dries. Like, it's just funny that he kills these people, but then is kind enough to wash the dish of the cookies. It's funny. And that's why I love him. Yeah. Let's see, what else can I talk? See, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to talk about. Oh yeah, I did say, okay. So, I live alone. It's just me and my kitties. And I kind of wanted to stay that way. I realized being in a relationship is not for me. I just can't. After the trauma I went through with this person, I can't imagine myself dating again. She was my fiance. We were planning a wedding together. And we're together for almost 5 years. So it just, and I've known her way before we even dated. We were friends in high school. She was my crush. I was very, very much attracted to her. And, you know, she teased me a lot in high school, so... Anyways, we ended up dating. I proposed to her, she said yes. So I think, you know, everything's fine, you know. And her son, even, him and I were even super close. At first, like, I walked into the relationship not having parenting skills. Like, I never had a child to take care of. And his dad just wasn't a part of his life. And so I took over. And at first, I was not a fan. Like, it took a lot to adjust to. But man, he is such a good kid. Oh, it breaks my heart that I had to do no contact. Like, just stop. Like, after the breakup, I still would pick him up, hang out with him on the weekends. And it was just him and I against the world at that point. You know, we did a lot together. We spent a lot of time together. Even when we were as a family, I was there all the time with him, 24/7. So when we broke up, she was already in another relationship. She was seeing this chick as I was still living with her. So when she came home one day wearing a hoodie I'd never seen before, it kind of just knocked me dead in the face. So, and she's like, yeah, it's my girlfriend's hoodie. And I'm like, oh. Like, okay. Like, I had no idea. So this whole time, remind you, she didn't have a car. She used mine. It was our car. Well, it was mine. And she would take the car to go see this chick. Go on dates. In my car. And I found out about some stuff because her son's phone had her location. So I knew where she was all the time. So when you go through some shit, you learn some shit. You know how to be a detective. So I found out some shit. So when she told me this happened in December, she told me after Christmas she wants me gone. So I had like 3 weeks to figure something out. And she wanted me to spend Christmas with her son, so I did it for him. It was super awkward. And her whole family knew about what was going on. So it was really, really hard being there and seeing everybody for the last time. Because they were my family for almost 5 years. So I couldn't, it was rough. Anyways, now to put the bows together. This part's fun because you kind of just pick random colors and you just go with it. But yeah, so that relationship traumatized me. I even got diagnosed with CPTSD. So it's PTSD with a C in front. That's the certain one I have. So I was seeing a psychiatrist for a long time. I did get into some shit that I shouldn't have gotten into. I went to a mental institute, and if you're in that situation and you just need that extra help, do your research, read the reviews before you go to one, because the place I went to was horrible. It actually made me worse than it did make me better. And I was kind of walking, I admitted myself. So going into it, I really thought they would diagnose me with what I need. And whatnot. But I will say it provided what I wanted to happen. It prevented it. But I would not recommend it if you don't do your research. Like, just be careful, because it can make it worse. Like, the things I've seen, the things I heard, the things I went through being there, it was bad. I called my mom just about every day, because she was the only number I knew by heart. Besides my ex-fiance, I called her one time. When I got there, I called her. Big mistake, because it just made me worse. But it made me also realize that, like, she knows I'm not playing around. Like, I'm effed up because of her. And when she answered the phone, I said hello. I was like, Rebecca. I should have said her name. And she started crying. She said, this is happening. I'm like, yeah. And she agreed that it was her fault. And I'm like, yeah. So after that, I just haven't felt comfortable enough to be in a relationship with someone else. I tried dating that guy, and for starters, I should not date a guy. It's not for me. It's a no-go. I can't. No. It's just a no-go. I love the colors together. But yeah, life is, it's crazy. But yeah, dating's not for me. I'm good. And maybe once I get famous doing this, maybe I'll randomly find somebody. I just know, like, right now, this is my main focus, because I want out of my apartment. I want a house. I want to put my money towards something that's actually mine, you know? And I've always been like that, even with a car. Like, I'd rather just it be mine, you know? You put all this money into something and then it just not be yours. It doesn't make sense to me. What else? I'm just a simple person. I saw that. Did you see that? Okay, let's talk about that. Orbs. I have an orb. Orbs, maybe more than one, in my apartment. So if you're into all the spooky stuff, and you saw that, I saw that glimpse. I will go back through this video and I will look at that. 39 minutes? Okay. So I knew I had something in my apartment for a while now. And I think I have something that's not nice, but I also have nice spirits. I like this one. Talking about witches. I have one. I started getting into witchcraft. Anyways, so with my cats, because cats see stuff that we don't. My cats will randomly look up at the ceiling, they'll look around, and so I knew there was something here. I just don't know who. And for a while, I heard about this app. Who's to say it's true or not? I don't know. But I downloaded this app so you can talk with the dead. I don't remember the name of it. But I tried it, and I think when I did that, I unleashed more, because then the spirits know I was trying to contact them. So there was multiple people that came through on the device, and the one that turned me off, I did it, and it said living room, and it said sitting. So I got up, I was in my room, I got up off my bed, I walked into my living room, and as I got closer to my recliner, it said back off. That's what I did. And after that, I was like, this is a no-go. I just gave me goosebumps. So, yeah, I did that. I think I unleashed more activity. I even took it I did it at work. And there was some stuff there too. And this guy I worked with, I miss him. He was into all of that, and I did it with him, and he said, yeah, no, I'm good. He's like, I know there's something here, I sense it, I feel it, and it's dark, and I'm like, yeah. And I started, like, experimenting with my third eye, so I started doing some witchcraft. Safe, simple little safe things that have actually helped me in the long run. And yeah. So as I'm making my videos and I go back through and I watch them, I catch orbs in my videos, like around me. And like the one I saw a glimpse of it. But it's always around me, so I don't know, like I get this feeling it could be my great grandma, like visiting me, but I don't know, like I honestly don't know, and I wish I knew, like I want to know who it is. But my friend said orbs are good spirits, so I'm like, okay, as long as you're nice to me, you don't mess around with me, you don't mess with my cats, like we're good. And all this stuff happened before I started messing with spells and witchy stuff. So I know it's not because I'm creating something, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I catch orbs a lot. And one night, one night I wanted to experiment with it. So before I went to bed, I had all my lights off. And I had one of my night lights on in the hallway. And I'm sitting on the couch. And I'm just recording. I'm just moving my camera back and forth. I have my light on as I'm recording. And this orb from my hallway to my front door shot across. And it was orange. My favorite color. And I'm like, I saw that. I saw you. And before that orange orb went through, I did see a white orb like floating around in front of my TV. And then I saw the orange one go through. Okay. I heard something. But yeah, I believe in all that. And it just blows my mind that when we pass, we are just a little white speck. It's just a tiny little thing. Just, it blows my mind. But yeah, I will post the videos on here of the orbs I've caught so far. And like I told my friend, like when I move out, I don't want it to stop. Like I want them to follow me. So I think before I go, I might say something and be like, hey, like if you're friendly and you've been with me all this time, like, are you gonna follow me? And I know, like, so when I get my house that I want, I'm gonna sage it before I move in and just bless my house and hope for the best. But yeah, it's crazy stuff. Something that just makes you think, yeah. What colors did I do? So when I'm doing these, I try to mix up the colors a little bit. Because you don't want it to be the same throughout the wreath. You want different colors to show, you know. But yeah, so those are my paranormal things. I got a big story, but I'm already almost at my hour mark. I have a story to tell about my mom's house. So my next video, I will tell you about, what do you call it? Poltergeist. My mom's house has a poltergeist. And I've had attachment for a very long time. I think it stayed in the house. I don't think it came with me. But I had attachment for a long time as a kid. And I don't know whatever happened to him. I call him him because it was a tall black figure. And it seemed like husky type. It wasn't a Top Hat Man. I know he's really famous, but it wasn't him. But my stepdad said that he's seen a Top Hat Man in the house. And I'm like, well, he's a good spirit. He's known to be good. So if you see him, it's safe. It's not bad. But yeah, my mom's house has poltergeist, and I will tell you about it in a video. 'Cause And it got worse as when my stepdad moved in. So I think he brought some evil. Which makes sense because when I first met him, I wasn't a huge fan of him, but he's changed for the good. Now him and I get along, but he's the reason why I got my apartment, because I wasn't comfortable being at my mom's house when my fiance and I broke up. I was there for like 2.5 months, and I'm like, I can't be here. So it pushed me to get this apartment. But he's gotten better, so. But I think he brought some evil when he moved in. That's just my opinion. But I think I'm gonna stop here. It's at 51 minutes. Like I said, I don't know what to say in these videos. I kind of just want to talk a little bit, some fun facts, talk about my life, talk about some of the trauma I went through, to like help other people who are going through the same thing, to kind of give them advice. I'll talk about some spooky stuff that has happened to me and my family. And then show off some of my artwork. Like I said, I had no one to talk to. I sometimes will go a few days without like talking to anybody on my phone. I talk to my friend Jenna all the time. We talk every day. So if I miss a day without talking to her, she'll hit me up and be like, what's going on? Talk to her every day. Her and I have been friends for 15 years. So I talk to my mom and my grandma. And sometimes I'll talk to a girl I used to work with. Here and there. We just share videos. That's all I got. I really don't talk to people. So creating this business, this crafting business, it's giving me a lot of anxiety. Because I'm going to have to talk to people. I'm going to have to open up my doors. But yeah, I hope you guys stay safe. Stay spooky. Maybe I will do a few like witchy crafts on here. It's not just, I don't think it's gonna be just about my crafts. I think I'm gonna do some videos just to talk. Give my advice out. Maybe talk about some spooky stuff. I don't know, we'll see. But I hope you have a great day, stay safe, and stay spooky.